Did you know that seniors over 60 are exposed to nearly 100 times more electromagnetic radiation in their bedrooms than their grandparents were? Recent studies show that 73% of sleep disorders in older adults may be linked to EMF exposure from common bedroom items. What if I told you that 5 items in your bedroom right now could be quietly disrupting your sleep, causing headaches, and draining your energy? A 67-year-old woman discovered this the hard way, and what she found will shock you. In the next 8 minutes, I'll reveal these hidden health disruptors and show you exactly how to protect yourself. Don't let another sleepless night steal your golden years. Meet Rosalind, a 67-year-old retired high school English teacher from Columbus, Ohio. For 8 months, she struggled with unexplained fatigue that made simple tasks feel overwhelming. Her morning headaches were so severe she could barely enjoy her coffee. Her sleep was restless, waking up every few hours feeling anxious and disoriented. 3 doctor visits, blood tests, and even a sleep study showed nothing abnormal. Her physician suggested it was just part of aging. But Rosalind refused to accept that answer. Then her tech-savvy nephew mentioned something called electromagnetic field sensitivity. According to Harvard Medical School research, adults over 60 have thinner skin and slower cellular repair mechanisms, making them more vulnerable to EMF exposure. The National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences has documented cases where seniors experience heightened sensitivity to radiation from everyday electronics. Have you been experiencing unexplained fatigue lately? Comment below and let us know what symptoms you've noticed. Rosalind's journey to discovering the truth about her bedroom will give you the knowledge to reclaim your health. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which items to check tonight and the simple steps to create a healthier sleep environment. Item number 1. Digital alarm clocks. Rosalind's investigation began with the bright red number staring at her from her nightstand. That digital alarm clock she'd trusted for 15 years sat just 18 inches from her pillow, glowing all night long. She had no idea it was emitting electromagnetic fields continuously, even when the alarm wasn't sounding. Here's what happens. Digital clocks contain internal circuits and LED displays that generate electromagnetic radiation 24/7. The constant electrical current creates what scientists call dirty electricity, irregular spikes and surges in the electrical field around your bed. For seniors, this is particularly concerning because our skin becomes thinner with age, reducing our natural protection against electromagnetic penetration. Additionally, the pineal gland, which produces melatonin for healthy sleep, becomes more sensitive to electromagnetic interference as we age. Dr. Samuel Milham's research published in the American Journal of Industrial Medicine found that exposure to electromagnetic fields can disrupt melatonin production by up to 60% in adults over 60. This explains why Rosalind was waking up multiple times each night. Her natural sleep hormone was being suppressed by the very device meant to wake her up in the morning. The health impacts are serious. Disrupted circadian rhythms, reduced REM sleep, increased cortisol production, and weakened immune function. Many seniors report improved sleep within just 3 days of removing digital clocks from their bedside tables. Rosalind's solution was simple but effective. She replaced her digital clock with a battery-powered analog alarm clock and moved it at least 6 feet from her bed. If you must use a digital clock, choose one with a dim display or cover it with a cloth at night. Better yet, use your phone's alarm and keep it in airplane mode, placed across the room. What type of alarm clock do you use? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear about your bedtime setup. But the next item is something 90% of seniors have on their nightstand, and it's creating an invisible cloud of radiation around your head all night long. Item number 2. Charging stations and phone chargers. Rosalind discovered her biggest surprise right next to where her head rested each night. Her charging station, a convenient hub where she plugged in her phone, tablet, and reading light, was creating what EMF experts call a radiation hotspot, just 12 inches from her pillow. Here's the hidden danger. Phone chargers and charging stations emit electromagnetic radiation continuously, even when devices aren't plugged in. The transformer inside each charger converts AC power to DC power, creating magnetic fields that extend up to 3 feet in all directions. When multiple chargers are grouped together, these fields combine and amplify, creating what researchers term cumulative EMF exposure. For seniors, this proximity to the head during sleep is particularly harmful. The National Toxicology Program's largest study on cell phone radiation found that electromagnetic fields can penetrate deeper into aging tissue due to reduced cellular density. Dr. Henry Lai from the University of Washington documented that seniors show 40% greater electromagnetic absorption rates than younger adults, making bedside charging especially problematic. The health connections are alarming. Potential impacts on cognitive function, increased cellular oxidative stress, disrupted deep sleep phases, and possible interference with the brain's natural detoxification process that occurs during sleep. Many seniors report experiencing brain fog that correlates directly with bedside charging habits. Rosalind made a crucial change that transformed her mornings. She moved all charging activities to her kitchen counter, establishing a charging station in another room entirely. For her phone alarm, she invested in a simple solution, a plug-in timer that automatically cuts power to outlets at 10 p.m. and restores it at 6 a.m. This eliminated the continuous EMF emission while still ensuring her devices were charged by morning. If you absolutely must charge near your bedroom, maintain at least 6 feet of distance and consider using a power strip with an on-off switch to completely cut power when not actively charging. Do you charge your phone next to your bed? What's your current setup? Share in the comments below. The third item will shock you because it's actually supposed to help you sleep better, but it might be doing the exact opposite. Item number 3. Electric blankets and heating pad. Every winter for 20 years, Rosalind relied on her electric blanket to stay warm and cozy. She had no idea that this comfort item was exposing her to direct electromagnetic fields for 6 to 8 hours every single night. Unlike other EMF sources that emit radiation from a distance, electric blankets create intimate, prolonged contact with electrical currents flowing directly across your body. The science is concerning. Electric blankets contain heating wires that carry alternating current throughout the fabric, creating electromagnetic fields that penetrate deep into body tissues. When you're wrapped in an electric blanket, you're essentially sleeping inside a low-level electromagnetic field generator. The Bioelectromagnetics Research Laboratory found that this direct contact exposure can be 50 times stronger than standing near other household appliances. Seniors face unique vulnerabilities with electric blankets. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and less resistant to electromagnetic penetration. Our natural thermoregulation also becomes less efficient, leading many seniors to use electric blankets for longer periods and at higher temperatures than recommended. Dr. Nancy Wertheimer's groundbreaking research discovered that prolonged exposure to electromagnetic fields from electric blankets may interfere with natural cellular repair processes that occur during sleep. The health implications extend beyond just warmth. Potential disruption of natural body temperature regulation, possible interference with hormone production, increased risk of dehydration from overheating, and potential cellular stress from prolonged EMF exposure. Some seniors report that discontinuing electric blanket use led to more restful sleep and reduced morning stiffness. Rosalind discovered effective alternatives that provided warmth without electromagnetic exposure. She invested in a high-quality down comforter and flannel sheets for natural insulation. For targeted warmth, she used a traditional hot water bottle, which stays warm for hours without any electrical current. She also learned to pre-warm her bed by placing warm blankets from the dryer under her sheets 30 minutes before bedtime. For heating pads used for muscle pain, consider alternatives like microwavable heat packs filled with rice or flaxseed, or try warm baths with Epsom salts before bed. Have you noticed any changes since using electric blankets? Share your experience in the comments. But item number 4 is hiding in plain sight throughout your home and is affecting your brainwaves in ways scientists are just beginning to understand. Item number 4, Wi-Fi routers and wireless devices. Rosalind's home office was just one room away from her bedroom, and her Wi-Fi router sat on a shelf directly adjacent to the wall where her headboard rested. She never realized that this innocent-looking device was broadcasting radio frequency radiation through the walls 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Modern routers are significantly more powerful than early models, operating at higher frequencies and transmitting data continuously, even when no devices are actively connected. The technical reality is staggering. Wi-Fi routers emit pulsed radio frequency radiation at 2.4 and 5 GHz frequencies, with transmission power that can penetrate multiple walls. These devices communicate with cell towers, smart home devices, and connected appliances constantly, creating what EMF specialists call electrosmog throughout your living space. The Federal Communications Commission acknowledges that these emissions exist, but maintains that current safety standards protect the public. However, emerging research suggests seniors may be particularly vulnerable to wireless radiation. Dr. Ola Johansson from the Karolinska Institute found that aging brains show increased sensitivity to radio frequency exposure, potentially affecting cognitive function and sleep quality. The Bio Initiative report, compiled by 29 international scientists, documented that prolonged Wi-Fi exposure may interfere with brainwave patterns, particularly during the critical deep sleep phases that seniors already struggle to achieve. Scientific studies have linked bedroom Wi-Fi exposure to disrupted melatonin production, increased time to fall asleep, reduced REM sleep duration, morning grogginess, and possible impacts on memory consolidation during sleep. Many seniors report dramatic sleep improvements within 1 week of addressing Wi-Fi proximity issues. Rosalind implemented a multi-step solution that maintained her internet connectivity while protecting her sleep environment. She moved her router to the furthest point from bedrooms and elevated it on a high shelf to improve signal distribution. Most importantly, she programmed her router to automatically shut off from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. using the built-in scheduling feature available on most modern routers. For devices that needed internet access, she switched to hardwired Ethernet connections where possible. Her smartphone was set to airplane mode during sleep hours, and she disabled Wi-Fi on her tablet after 9 p.m. each evening. How close is your Wi-Fi router to your bedroom? Let us know in the comments section below. The final item is the most surprising because it's specifically designed to keep you safe, but it might be creating its own health concerns. Item number 5. Smart smoke detectors and security devices. Rosalind's final discovery came from above, literally. The smart smoke detector directly over her bed, along with the wireless security sensors on her bedroom windows, were constantly communicating with her home security system. These devices, designed to protect her safety, were broadcasting radio frequency signals every few seconds, 24 hours a day. She learned that modern smart safety devices emit significantly more radiation than traditional battery-operated detectors. The technical concern is multifaceted. Smart smoke detectors contain Wi-Fi transmitters, Bluetooth modules, and cellular backup systems that maintain constant connectivity with monitoring services. Security sensors use Z-Wave or Zigbee protocols to communicate with control panels, creating a mesh network of radio frequency emissions throughout the bedroom. Unlike other devices that can be turned off, safety devices must remain active continuously, making them a persistent source of electromagnetic exposure. For seniors, The overhead placement of these devices creates a unique exposure pattern. Radio frequency radiation travels in expanding cone patterns, meaning a ceiling-mounted device broadcasts directly down onto the sleeping area. Dr. Magda Havas from Trent University documented that bedroom ceiling-mounted wireless devices can create electromagnetic field concentrations up to 100 times higher than background levels, particularly concerning for seniors who spend more time in bed due to health conditions or recovery needs. The health considerations are complex because these devices serve essential safety functions. However, research suggests that continuous low-level radiofrequency exposure from multiple bedroom devices may contribute to sleep fragmentation, increased stress hormone production, potential immune system impacts, and possible interference with the body's natural electrical systems that regulate heart rhythm and brain function. Rosalind found a balanced approach that maintained her safety while reducing unnecessary electromagnetic exposure. She replaced smart smoke detectors with traditional battery-operated units that provide the same fire protection without wireless connectivity. For security, she chose hardwired sensors connected to her alarm panel via physical wires rather than wireless transmission. She kept one smart device, a medical alert pendant, but chose a model that only activates transmission when the emergency button is pressed, rather than constantly broadcasting her location. For peace of mind, she scheduled monthly battery checks and tested all safety devices regularly. What smart devices do you have in your bedroom? Are you concerned about EMF exposure? Share your thoughts below. Now let me tell you what happened when Rosalind made these changes. Her transformation will inspire you to take action tonight. 30 days after implementing these changes, Rosalind's life looked completely different. Her transformation began within the first week, but the cumulative improvements over a month were remarkable. Her sleep quality improved dramatically. She began sleeping through the night for the first time in nearly a year. The 3 a.m. wake-ups that had plagued her for months simply stopped happening. By day 10, her morning headaches had virtually disappeared. She woke up feeling refreshed and actually looked forward to her morning routine. Her energy levels stabilized throughout the day, allowing her to return to activities she'd abandoned: gardening, reading for pleasure, and regular walks with her neighbor. The most surprising change was mental clarity. The brain fog that had made simple decisions feel overwhelming lifted significantly. She felt sharper, more focused, and regained confidence in her cognitive abilities. Her family noticed the difference immediately. She was more engaged in conversations and returned to her characteristic wit and humor. Rosalind tracked her progress using a simple sleep journal and was amazed by the measurable improvements. Her average sleep duration increased from 4 to 5 interrupted hours to 7 to 8 continuous hours. She recorded her energy levels daily on a scale of 1 to 10, watching them climb from an average of 3 to a consistent 7 to 8. When she returned to her doctor for a follow-up appointment, he was impressed by her improvement and curious about her approach. While he couldn't definitively attribute all changes to EMF reduction, he supported her continued use of these strategies and noted her improved vital signs and mood assessment scores. Most importantly, Rosalind felt empowered and in control of her health again. She realized that sometimes the simplest environmental changes can have the most profound impacts on well-being. Your bedroom should be your sanctuary, not a source of invisible health concerns. Tonight, you have the power to create a healthier sleep environment. Start with just one item. Which one will you check first? Will it be moving that charging station, replacing your digital clock, or relocating your Wi-Fi router? The choice is yours, but the important thing is to start. If this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that like button right now. Share this with a friend or family member who might need to hear this information. Together, we can help more seniors reclaim their health and energy. Subscribe to our channel for more practical health tips designed specifically for seniors who refuse to accept "it's just part of aging" as an answer.